So yes, Australia Zoo. Yeah, well, I guess the clue's in the name, really. We're a big zoo, obviously branching off the Irwin family and everything they do. My role is the training development officer. So I'm basically in charge of, I guess, compliance, but also ensuring that our staff are kept up to date with their training and are offered training as well. So what we're doing at the moment is we're doing a 3-phase system, which is basically there's a recruitment phase, which is what they do throughout the time of recruitment, which they do fire safety, manual handling, and customer service. And then when they come in for day one, they get put into their department and they do their department onboarding, which we're sort of slowly designing now, which is to give them the skill set and fundamental, I guess, knowledge and skills to do their job. And then in phase 3, which is something that's going to be a sort of long and ongoing process, will be the continuing education. So anyone from any department, if they express an interest in something, so for example, if they're in food and bev, and they express an interest in, snake handling or research on koalas, there will be some kind of course there for them to do, and move up from there. We're using it, integrating it into our recruitment process, which is where they go through HR and, so they go through their interviews and stuff like that. And if they seem suitable, we then send them a link to then start their basic onboarding process to cover from a workplace health and safety point of view. And then sort of more of an in-house perspective. So when they're on the job, depending on what their department is, I mean, we've got, as you're probably aware, we've got over 500 staff and multiple departments. So for me to build department onboarding for each department is massive. But again, the aim of the goal there is so each department has, I guess, a program that they can offer to new starters to give them the skills and knowledge to do their role. So I guess that's how we are currently doing it. And then the team, what I'm doing is I'm putting up the leadership on them to run it and assess them and use it as kind of like a performance review, probation assessment. We did try and build some form of LMS system. It was on par with Moogle, I think, but it went nowhere. No one really sort of grasped the concept behind that. But I think the way everything is going at the moment, we're just online, and the zoo's getting bigger, and departments are getting iPads and computers, and I think paper just gets lost anyway. So I think this is a great way to capture it. It's a lot better than what I saw when I first came to the zoo. So it's good. I know that already, and I know. I mean, we've had, I'm not sure how many months now we've had Cloud Assess, but I remember when we launched the all staff onboarding. So prior to making it a recruitment process, we actually got all of our current staff to complete the training. And part of that training was the use and operation of these bad boys. So these are the radios. Because we're a large organization, and we actually have, I guess, codes, as it were, to ensure that we don't panic customers and ensure security and privacy around the zoo. And some people, again, we hire people from food and beverage to construction, and everyone has to learn the same thing. But there's also some grey areas there, and people don't or do know how to use them. Some people are competent, not so competent. And we teamed up with our AV team, audio and visual team, to design and capture some pretty professional style videography and of how to use them, and me talking to camera and stuff like that. And since that has happened, we're getting a lot of people that are now a lot more confident in how to use the radios, because they are actually a very important tool for our day-to-day operations. But the funniest thing is that they're becoming too competent, and there's a lot of chatter on the radio now. And but it's good. It's good. It's just obviously showing that people are now, happy on how to use them, and it's good. I think things would just fall back into how they originally were, to be honest, and that's just more paper-based. And personally, I think it would be definitely detrimental to the team. It would be a loss because, I mean, obviously the training that we're trying to implement, I mean, I'm very much a one-man band, so it is, like when I said before, it's a slow beast. It very much is, because I'm trying to learn all the knowledge about the animals and stuff like that, and then try to design, develop. I think, while it is a slow process, when we do get it to where it needs to be and it's running itself, if the CEO then decided to go, we don't want it anymore, it'd be a shame for sure. The outcome of the style of training and how it's done will be lost. So we currently integrate Flair, which is our current HR, management portal. So any new starters we put there, it's where we house all their their documents, their policies, procedures that they've signed and read and understood. The idea down the track would be to implement it into Deputy. So Deputy is like more of a rostering system that we use, more for the fact that in terms of training, we've also got buggies, heaps of buggies, as in golf buggies, that we use around the zoo. There are some tasks or some jobs that require staff to have that. So from a rostering perspective, you can sort of see, okay, who's trained in what? Okay, Joe Bloggs is trained in buggies. Yes, I can roster them on this day for this particular task. So I guess down the track, we will look into integrating into Deputy. Other programs, I'm not too sure yet, but I'm sure they possibly will be down the track. From just the idea of the free courses, insane. Like, I think that's saved me a lot of time personally, and also you guys, I know that you have your expertise as well in the field. So just by just dragging and dropping that into an intake or a course that we can offer to staff as of whenever they say, we can definitely do that, which is great. Before we start, I just wanted to say a big thank you, because it has massively helped us and helped me in terms of progress through of where we need to be, and actually quite fast. Although I've been at the zoo now for 8 months, the transition between where we started, which was we had nothing, to where we are now has been amazing. We've just gone 0 to 100 very, very quickly, and product user friendly, as I said, and just it's super, super awesome to use. In addition to the team, I know Alex has been helping me, but not just Alex, everyone. It's just been incredible in terms of the feedback we've been given and the support and advice, and couldn't recommend it more. So very happy. Get cloud assessed. No, actually, no. In all seriousness, definitely. So, I mean, there are lots of LMS systems out there, but I think that one thing that really stood out for me and helped me in my proposal for the zoo to purchase Cloud Assess over the likes of Accelerate and other things like that is the simplicity of using it. Because obviously our staff, range from young food and bev attendants, from I think 18 or 16, I think. We even get volunteers that are even younger, school traineeship programs, to volunteers that are in their late 60s or mid 60s. And I think the use of Cloud Assess and how user-friendly it actually is insane. And even from a designing and developing perspective, for myself, and actually teaching other head of departments and senior supervisors to log in and start designing their own stuff, it doesn't take me long to show them the features and functions of it, to then start designing something pretty cool. So I would basically convince them to get Cloud Assess, and don't be around the bush, just do it.